If all you ever hear about your music is positive, then I believe you are not reaching enough people. And if all you ever hear is negative, then you might want to consider spending some more time practicing. This is something I learned early on. I remember for a while when I first started putting out videos, not a single one of them had a thumbs down. Oh, how young and green I was. Of course, the only people watching were my friends and family who would support me no matter what. But this all changed when I was fortunate enough to have my cover of Don't Fear the Reaper, played with only iPad apps, reach the front page of Reddit. Quickly did I learn that not everyone was gonna like what I do. One of my favorite comments from that post was, "I used to love the song until that ugly git ruined it for me." Oh. Since then, these kind of comments happen now and then, and for the most part I try to ignore them, though I can't say I always take the high road. I dabble with it. I confess, now and then I'll have some fun messing with the haters. Let's take a second to define that term. A hater is someone who leaves negative feedback for the sake of trying to hurt someone. The kind of person who leaves a derogative slur, says something rather horrible. I'm sure you know the type. This, of course, should not be confused with constructive feedback. For example, just the other day, someone sent me some constructive feedback in a private message. They said that they find the S sound in my videos rather harsh. That's fair and actually quite helpful. Since then, I've made an effort to EQ my voice a bit different. He also didn't come across as a know-it-all, which is a whole other thing for another video. See, we need these constructive people in our lives. Without them, our progress as musicians will be hindered. Having mentors who I've trusted only wanted to see me succeed have been crucial in my development and have pushed me to become the musician I am. Being stuck in an echo chamber where everyone is blowing smoke would not have got me there. On the other side of things, the world would keep spinning without the haters and trolls, but they're not going anywhere. I found myself thinking about the type of people who will leave a comment seemingly personally offended by something as trivial as, say, my hair. I'm sure other creators can vouch for this, but the negative comments always stick out, even if the vast majority are positive. I try to wonder what would possess somebody to spout this kind of vitriol. It's such a foreign concept to many of us, but there's obviously some sort of motivation. Every answer I can come up with is really quite sad. They may be seeking attention. We all want this in one way or another. Some seek negative attention. They want to leave the most hurtful comment they can to provoke a response. Your classic, predictable troll. Gotta love them. They don't actually want you to drink bleach or KYS, which I recently learned is not an abbreviation for keep yourself safe. I suspect these types are very insecure. They don't want to put their true selves out there because they fear rejection. Instead, they seek attention by playing an ugly character so they can always say to themselves, well, that's not who I really am. There are others out there who suffer from jealousy. I've met this type, I've been this type. You see someone succeeding in an area you deeply crave success. You try to find a way to tell yourself that they don't deserve it. You'll do whatever to find some sort of flaw to make yourself feel better about your own life. I get it. I've recently reached a point in my life where I'm quite content. Me from 5 years ago would have been deeply jealous of me from today. My fragile ego back then would have found anything to help me deal with this, to justify why I was nowhere in my career, or to simply justify why I was better as is. People who are happy and secure do not find pleasure in bringing others down. And then there are some people who lack mental stability. They gotta screw loose. Someone may say something that directly conflicts with my view of music or my general worldview. That's okay. There's nothing inherently wrong with disagreement or discussion. But for me to get personally offended and go on some explicit tirade is not the reaction of a healthy mind. Everyone out there is fighting some sort of battle, and not everyone has a healthy outlet. Now and then it gets released in random comment sections online. Whatever way I look at it, hate-filled comments reflect more poorly on the person leaving them than the recipient. It comes with the territory, and ultimately I can't complain. If these people disappear, it means my channel is dying. And if you're starting to see these comments on your art, congratulations, take it as a sign of success. The fact that people like you have given me an audience for videos like these is really quite special to me. I owe you guys the world, and I'm so grateful that you tune in to hear my thoughts. Thank you all so very much, and a big shout out to everyone who supports my channel through Patreon. I'm Samurai Guitarist, and I will see you again soon.